Welcome to online teaching. We are discussing chapter 10, colonialism and the countryside. This is module 6. Okay. In 5th we discuss about the Britishers and the Pahadis or the tribal people. Okay. Now here we will discuss about the Santhals. This was a tribal community that became the part of West Bengal in 1800, and it was set up. These tribal people were invited to come into Bengal and settled there. Okay. Now, in 1810, Francis Buchanan, a physician, a doctor and an observer that came to India in 1800 AD, and he moved from one place to another and he makes some of the reports in West Bengal, in Bengal. Okay. In 1810, Francis Buchanan moved to Ganjuria Pahad, the part of Rajmahal Hills. The part of Rajmahal Hills, as we have discussed. Okay. It was also the part Rajmahal Hills, and these Santhals, they were the migratory. And what about that? When he moved to this in Ganjuria Pahad, it was a rocky area, mountainy area, and even then he found good crops of mustard and tobacco. Okay. He was also surprised to see that in these hilly or rocky areas, these types of the cultivation or good quality of crops are found. So he was also impressed. Okay. Now, in 1780s, Santhals were invited to settle in Ganjuria Pahad. Okay. Now, as you know that the tribal people or the Pahadis that were living in Rajmahal Hills, they were not having good relations with these Firangis or these with the Britishers. So the Britishers wanted that there should be a community that can have face to face, or these Pahadis or these tribal people, they can also be, you may say, put in a position of that may be in the peace and cool and calm. Such type of the thing was to be adopted by these. And what happened? These Santhals were settled in villages where shifting cultivation. The Pahadis also, as well as these people, because some part of the land is to be cleaned, and for that the crops are to be grown, and after that for some years it is to be left, then move to other part. The Pahadis, they oppose even the agriculturists, means the farmers, they oppose the Santhals. But these Santhals, they were laborious people, and gradually they were able to settle there. These Santhals settled in villages. It means now they were also the people, they were also pastoralists, they were also migrators that moved from one place to another. But when they were settled in the area of this Ganjuria Pahad, they gradually became the permanent settlement, and they started agriculture, rearing of animals, and even then gradually what happened, their population increased. Settled in villages, their population increase. Number of villages also increase. Earlier they were into a very few villages, that may be 20 to 30, but gradually they cross hundreds of the villages. Earlier their population was nearly 3000 only, but at it came to the in 1850s, their population increased to 82,000. Now they were not in minority. Even the Pahadis and even these agriculturists, they were also have some of the mentality that their population increased. They have also some fear. They also do not want to have war with them. So these, and what happened? Because they were hardworking, they were laborious, and due to this their production increase, and due to this the Britishers' income in the form of revenue, because they were collecting revenue, and now the Pahadis people, they move deeper inside, and the Santals, they live in the villages as their population increase. Okay, now when these people, the Santals, now they became to the part of this Bengal or these nearby areas, as their number as well as their way of work, that also, it means now they have some of the hold. Now what happened in 1850s, they revolted against the moneylenders, Britishers, because they were exploited. Because they were earning a lot, their economic condition was improving, they were paying a lot of taxes also, and due to these factors they opposed. And what happened? And in 1855 and 56 there was Santhal revolt, and they formed their groups and they opposed these moneylenders, Britishers, or you may say the zamindars, because they do not want to exploit. But this revolt was suppressed by the Britishers, and culprits were identified and punished. It means this revolt was not a successful. They wanted that they should be not exploited, so they revolted, but that revolt was not a success, because the culprits, the accused, were identified, they were punished, and again the same situation started. Now what happened? Their area was demarcated, that was in the form of Damin-i-Koho, that was the area that was related to Santals. That means demarcation. Their boundaries were set up by the Britishers, and they were living in these areas. They were known as Damin-i-Koho, and they were living there. They were practicing agriculture. For first 10 years they were living. Gradually they became the permanent settlement. And in the end, what happened? After this revolt, they were given some part of the land. Yet they were given some areas, so that they can remain happy and they should not create problem for the Britishers.